In this video tutorial, I'm going to show how to get students started on their own projects and how to use the basic editing tools. So the starting point is, I created a project, new project. I'm going to call this one practice because I have one already set up. And then I chose, I can do further descriptions. I chose share. Shared means all the resources in the project are shared with either a certain group of students or all the students, but they can't share the videos they're editing. They can't simultaneously edit each other's videos. So this is, they're doing independent video edits, but using shared media, which I use that quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. If you want multiple kids to edit the same video, you would click collaborative. But I'm going to choose shared. I usually like to have students edit their own video, even if it's the same footage. So they have an individual component. And you can choose, say, add all members or select a group of members, or you can invite them with a link. So you can have a group of students and say, here's the link for your specific project. You're all going to make your own edit. But I'm going to, for the sake of this, I'm going to just choose all members. And that's what I usually do. And I find students don't, it's not really a problem. Then you select the media that you want added. And then you click next and you're done. Then you can create the video. Or you can actually add more. I think I shared this before. You can add more media later. Simply right click a video clip. And then select share with project. And I could have selected multiple projects at once and then go to practice. Oops, my projects. Close that and go to practice. I already shared, I created one called slow. I'm going to use a different one though, called slow queue. So here's what the students do. They go to projects, they go shared with me, and they find the project that I've shared with them. Since I'm the teacher, mine's going to be called. You'll notice that some students have shared projects with me. I'm going to go to the resource. I called it slow queue. You're going to do the same thing. And I'm going to create my edit. And now you'll notice that I can see if multiple students had created videos in here, I would have access to all of them. So only I've done this a couple times, but every student who is a member of this project, I can see their video and how they've progressed with the edits and how they're doing on their edits. So it's kind of like that Google Share thing. I can collaborate right along. I can access their videos, but they can't access each other's edits. So if imagine these were two different people, this person can't see this person's or edit this person's project, but the teacher can see them all. So I'm going to go ahead and do a new video edit, and we'll get started with the editing tool. Everything goes on the main timeline, but before I do that, I want to show you their storyboard, which I don't use. It's the simpler version. You have fewer editing tracks. So you really want the kids in timeline mode. That's the first thing. So timeline mode, and then what you're going to do is maybe you want to start with your title. And then you can so this is 5 seconds long. Maybe I'll trim it down a little bit. You can add audio to begin with. So we usually have an audio track that opens up like the show. And now I have my audio track, and I can make it match the audio. So this is like a still track. And then I can zoom in and zoom out here on the bottom right hand corner. I don't know what it's, something, a title clip. And then I can go ahead and start getting some kids, this is all the project media. So the media that I added in that project shows up here in the project media. But you'll also notice the students have access to, in the previous video, the shared folder, and they also have access to their own media. So they could upload their own media, but this project media, so that is what they all have access to. And so what you do is take the clip, and you're just adding the clips right along. You can zoom out, start to play it.
5, 4, 3.
We usually do a countdown, and then when you want to trim the edit or trim the video, you have these scissors here to split, and I'm going to remove that first part of the video where they're just counting 5, 4, 3, and then you can either hit the delete key or you can press the little trash can with your mouse. And then you can see how it comes in.
Hi, I'm Catherine. And I'm Taylor. And we're here.
And there it is. We've done our first edit. We just clip and we can drag more clips in if we'd like. So just for the sake of this, I'm going to just stop them here.
Here for our last guest, the teacher.
Actually, what you might want to do is you can add titles now. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. And then what you can do is here you have graphics you can add, audio, transitions. Let's go to transitions first, though. So cross here, this is the media, and I have my media, shared media, all the media that was shared with every single student or that's been shared with me by somebody else, and the project media for this particular edit. And so now I'm going to go ahead, and this is transitions. And I have standard transitions, patterns, crazy effects. I like to usually stick with the standard ones. So like kind of a flip or a cube, and you just drag the transition right in between. If this music already fades out, but if it didn't, I can double click it. And I can change the level, or I can say fade out for a half a second or something. And say done editing. So you can always double click the track. So here we go. So I added a transition now.
Hi, I'm Catherine. And I'm Taylor.
Now I want to put some titles on. I can upload my own text, as a make it as a PNG, or I can use the companies or whatever the WeVideos. So I'm going to go ahead and click the samples here. This is what's going to show up. And once again, I clicked text here, and then text over here. I didn't choose the theme. So I like the lower third is my favorite. So that's kind of a preview of it. So I'm going to drop it on video 1. And now that it's there, I can double click it, or I can click on the pencil to edit it. I like to simply just double click. And then what you do is you simply type in your text here. And you can highlight it here, make it bold. You have several different fonts to choose from. You can enlarge it. You can adjust the text box, move it around by dragging it. Sometimes the little piece gets thrown away. Resize it, center it. You can even angle it if you'd like. It's kind of cool. You can change the background color. Change the lettering. You can make it slightly see-through if you'd like. Sometimes that's a nice effect. And then you can have it fade in and fade out, or you can have it moving across. I don't usually do that too often. Start it like up at the top and have it come down, but you definitely can do fade in and fade out. And I want it on for, it's going to have a 1 second fade in and 1 second fade out, and then you click done editing. You edit the text, done, and there it is.
And I'm Taylor,
and we're here for our last Guess the Teacher.
let's review the last teacher's questions.
This teacher's favorite things to do are surfing, hiking, and climbing.
And that was perfect. And then you can change how long that is by just clicking the double arrows and bringing it in a little bit. And those are the basics of the editing. You can add audio tracks to the background. It has the free music. You can preview them. Go back up. It also has sound effects. So I can add that. If I scroll down to the audio, can put that in there somewhere if I'd like. Here we go. Could put some music in there. Lots of other stuff you can do. Free music. This is what we get. So different suspense, energetic. That sounds pretty good. Drop it in. If you need the music to stop, you could just grab the cursor and move it. So let's say I want it to end right here. I make sure I have the audio checked, and then I can click this split and delete the last part. And then if you double click on the audio, you can have it fade out for like a second. Another important thing is, man, the music's way too loud. I can't hear the kids. You can bring the audio level way down. So it's the audio level's down. It's fading out. And I usually don't have audio playing over kids' voices, but just want to show what you can do. And so now I've trimmed the music up. So once again, I have transitions, text, crazy backgrounds. We'll talk about that later. And this is the media where you want to normally be. Next, you're going to want to title it. So you click the title up there. Let me do that one more time. Right up here and title. I'm going to call it practice. Summer. Okay, it's creating a thumbnail. And you have to click OK. If you want to make sure it's saving, it saves automatically, but you can always click save again. It's always a good idea to do. You can make a copy. That's kind of like a save as. You can delete the whole thing. Make a new video in the same project. And the next thing you want to do is when you're all done with your edits, you kind of preview through it. Remembering you can back this, zoom out and zoom in. You click finish. And then you want to go up to the highest grade, 72 pixel. You have no watermark, and then you say where you want it to edit. By default, it'll edit it in WeVideo, and it'll show up in here, but we also want to put it in our drive. Now, WeVideo is going to make a folder called WeVideo in your drive, and it's going to put this in there, and it's going to have it be public, and you could also put it on YouTube if you want. The teacher can, the kids can't. I think that gets blocked. And then when you do this, you click Finish Video, and it renders. And now my video is being made, and I'm a student, and it's going to automatically be in my drive. Then I can have, and I can turn it into the teacher using Google Classroom or something like that. So a really great program. I'll show green screen, some other cool things it can do in another video.